If you'll please call for the bond, anyone who's here for the bond forfeiture docket.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Morning.
And I think all of these are just court cost and interest.
Okay, thanks.
So we're not anticipating anyone's going to show.
No response, Shannon.
And I'll take judicial notice of the bond forfeiture docket itself for today, June 15th. Mr. Price.
And the state would request that you take judicial notice of the judgment Nisi case as well as the underlying criminal case for each one of the cases identified on the docket.
I will take notice of all of that as well.
And we'd ask that the court enter final judgment according to the court's docket, and we have prepared final judgments for
I
those.
will order judgments in each of those cases as noted and sign these judgments.
Thank you, Your Honor. May
Thank
we
you.
be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's break down what just happened because it flew by fast. That was a bond forfeiture docket, which is basically the court's way of saying, you bailed someone out, they didn't show up, and now we want your money. The prosecutor just asked the judge to take judicial notice, a legal shortcut where the court officially acknowledges a documented fact without anyone having to prove it from scratch. The judge agreed, signed off on final judgments for every case on the list, and the whole thing wrapped up in under 2 minutes. This is the courtroom equivalent of speed running paperwork. But now, things are about to get a lot more personal.
All right. If I call your name, please come forward. That's why it looks. Clifton Bush Jr.
Right there, sir.
Good morning. Are you Clifton Bush Jr.?
Yeah.
And Mr. Bush, were you able to get a lawyer hired?
Yeah. Ma'am.
You hired somebody?
Oh,
You did not hire anyone? Okay. Did y'all talk to some lawyers?
yes, ma'am.
You did? Are you working?
Mhm.
Okay. So, Mr. Bush, I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning. You have some family members with you. All right. So I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Y'all need to fill it out accurately and completely. Don't leave it blank. If something doesn't apply, make a notation of that, and then I'll take a look at it. You're going to swear under oath that it's all true and correct. So make sure you fill it all out right. Okay. You'll step in front of the clerk on the end. She'll give you that paperwork. Lance Anthony White.
Here's where the real drama of this docket begins. The judge is doing something that matters enormously. She's trying to figure out if this defendant can afford a lawyer. Under the Sixth Amendment, if you can't afford an attorney, the state must provide one. And this is the catch, you have to prove you can't afford one. That paperwork she's handing out, it's a financial affidavit, sworn under oath. Lie on it and you're looking at perjury charges on top of whatever you're already here for. So every single person you're about to see walk up to this bench has a critical decision to make. Do they qualify? Can they pay? And what happens if they can't or won't? Stay with us.
Good morning, sir. Are you Lance White?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. White, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26 DCCR 0803. You're charged with a third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon from October 3rd of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? Speak up, please.
Spoke with Brittany Holmes and I've been with advice, but I haven't been able to.
All right, so what I'm going to do, Mr. White, is reset your case about 30 days or so to give you some time to see if you can get someone hired. If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me those names of who you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options.
Yes.
If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, you'll step in front of the clerk. She'll give you your reset notice.
Did you catch that? The judge just dropped a very real threat dressed up in very polite language. You run the risk of me raising your bond. Translation: don't follow my orders and you go back to jail while you wait for trial. This is a judge using bond conditions as leverage to push defendants to actually engage with the legal process, and it's completely legal. She's also ordering him to talk to at least 3 lawyers. Why 3? Because different lawyers charge different rates, have different payment plans, and specialize in different things. She's not just being bureaucratic, she's making sure he can't come back and claim he tried one guy and it didn't work out. She's closing every exit. Watch how this pattern plays out with every single person who walks up.
Daryl Albritton. Right, sir, you're Daryl Albritton.
Yes, I
Did
do.
you get someone hired?
Still looking, but I did what you told me to do, the 401k thing. Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I got another one, with a company called Fidelity. It got 9. So altogether it's like 3K or something, but I'm waiting on my ID. So I can't do nothing till I get my ID.
Have you already gone to apply to
I already talked to them. They just waiting on my ID in
your,
the mail.
okay, so you've already got your ID coming.
Yes. So I'm just waiting on that.
Any idea how long that's supposed to take?
Oh man, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but you know,
But you're working, right?
yes, but I ain't go to work for a week because I had transportation problems.
No, but
so
you've
I
been
just
coming
never-
here for,
I know, and I got a lot of things going on outside of here, outside of work, but I'm gonna get it handled though.
well, you were supposed to get all that done by today.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's, the thing is, I don't think you're going to, I'm gonna have you fill out some paperwork this morning, but I don't think with your job that you're gonna qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. I'll take a look at it. If you do, fine. If not, then you and I are about to have a serious conversation about you getting this stuff taken care of.
Yes, ma'am.
Step in front of the clerk, fill it out accurately and completely. You're gonna swear under oath that it's true, right? Kevin Edmondson.
Okay, pause, because this exchange is genuinely fascinating. Daryl comes in talking about a 401k, a Fidelity account, and money altogether, and the judge picks up on it immediately. He has assets, which means the court-appointed lawyer route. Probably off the table. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Qualifying for a public defender isn't just about whether you have a job. Courts look at your full financial picture, savings, retirement accounts, property, the works, and Daryl just voluntarily disclosed he has retirement funds sitting there. The judge is essentially telling him, you have money, use it. Now ask yourself, if you were in his shoes, would you have mentioned the 401k? Because right now it might have just cost him his shot at free legal representation.
Good morning. You're Kevin Edmondson. And Mr. Edmondson, were you able to get a lawyer hired?
I was coming this morning to ask the court, if I could leave it like at least another week or two, because I had got hit by a car and broken my knee. So I didn't have no movement. I had just been stuck in bed. I got an excuse, but, I'm start moving around today, so I can go try to, talk to Ms. Brittany home. I got a call to see if I can see them, but I do have my money saved up. I was just trying to.
Okay.
Can I get a little more?
Sure, thank you. And obviously I can see that you had something happen. I'm gonna do a normal reset. So that's 30 days. That should give you plenty of time to get someone hired. If you do bring that reset to them, if for some reason you're not going to be able to, make sure you talk to at least 3, bring me those names, and then we'll discuss your options. All right, step in front of the clerk.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Yes, sir. Lylvester Hassan. Good morning, sir. You're Lylvester Hassan. And Mr. Hassan, were you here before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, were you able to get a lawyer hired?
I talked to Mr. James, and this is something we agreed upon. I just need more than 30 days to get the money.
Okay, but you're planning on hiring him?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm gonna do one more reset, Mr. Hassan, to see if you can get Mr. Macon hired between now and that next court date. If you do, just bring the reset notice to him. If you're unable and you don't think that's gonna work out, then you need to talk to at least 3 others and bring me those names, okay?
Okay, how do I do like a court appointment?
Well, if you-
In town.
So if you have the money to hire someone, then you're required to hire them. And you don't know that unless you talk to enough. So if you can hire Mr. Macon, great. If not, if that's too expensive, then you need to let me know, bring the names of who you've talked to when you come back. And then I'll see about you filling out the paperwork, and I'll take a look at it to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. But I want you to attempt to get him or someone hired first, okay? All right, step in front of the clerk right here. Christy Johnson. Good morning, ma'am. You're Christy Johnson. Miss Johnson, were you able to get someone hired?
Well, I remember I said I was gonna go with Mr. Marvin court appointment, but I'm gonna pay him with cash, so I was looking for him to get the job, so where I can pay him.
Okay,
And I'm in a job and we go to pay at $240. So
To Mr. Lewis's today?
Well, to the job.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to call Mr. Lewis and I can't never get in contact with him.
Well, that's,
My main thing was getting the money in the bank.
so you start working today?
Yes.
Where are you gonna be working?
Waffle House.
Okay, and you think you'll be able to get him or someone hired if I give you another reset? So I'm gonna reset your case one more time. You've been here a few times, so it's gonna be time for you to get someone hired. If for some reason you can't hire him or someone else, when you come back, bring a pay stub as well, so that if you fill out that paperwork, I can take a look at that and know exactly what you're making and whether you qualify for a court appointed, okay? Okay, step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice. Desiree Doucette. Good morning, ma'am. You're Desiree Doucette? Yes. And Ms. Doucette, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26, DCCR 0757. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of deadly conduct, discharging a firearm, and that's from May 20th of 2026. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Not yet, not yet, but I'm sitting here talking to a few lawyers.
Okay.
I think I may have spoken with one and may go with, but right now, I'm just trying to figure out,
Sure.
some payment options.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Ms. Doucette, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to see if you can get someone hired.
Yes, ma'am.
If you get someone hired before the next court date, bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of those you've talked to. So I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would have to go back to jail. You understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice.
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you.
Okay. Javon Johnson. Good morning, you're Javon Johnson. And Ms. Johnson, were you able to get someone hired?
I actually am going to this Brittany Homes. I made her at 12 today. The dean that I was back and forth out in the hospital, I hadn't been able to work. I do engines and rebuild them. I hurt my back today. She's the only one that I found that's a little bit cheaper than I can actually.
Okay, so you'll be able to get her hired, if I reset your.
Yes, ma'am. She's willing to take so much for me to.
Right, so what I'm gonna do, Ms. Johnson, is just do about a 2-week reset. Bring the reset notice that you get today to her, so she knows when that court date is, and then she'll let you know if you need to be back on that date or not. Okay, step in front of the clerk, Brittany.
Let's take a breath and zoom out, because what we just watched is a masterclass in how a judge manages an overloaded docket with humanity and real accountability at the same time. Hit by a car. She gives grace and a 30-day reset. Just got a job. She gives one more chance, but asks for a pay stub next time. Serious charge, discharging a firearm. Same process, but the stakes are written all over the room. Notice she never raises her voice. She doesn't shame anyone, but she also doesn't let anyone off the hook. Every single person got a specific instruction, a deadline, and a very clear consequence if they don't follow through. The message is consistent. I will help you, but you have to help yourself. Now here comes a case that's about to test everyone's patience, including the judges. Intro.
Miracle Oville. Good morning, you're Miracle Oville. Ms. Oville, did you get someone hired? You didn't?
No.
Who'd you talk to? Speak up, I can't hear you. You didn't speak up. Talk louder. Who? Dunham and Jones, okay. Who else?
The guy I can't remember. I just have to take this in.
I can't understand
Yeah,
you.
the other guy I can't remember. I can't remember.
Mr. Parker, can y'all hold it down? I'm having a hard time hearing.
So the other guy I can't remember. I just have to take a message from. I don't remember his name. I just speak with him. We kind of went through like.
Why didn't you, so you've been here before, why didn't you write all that down and bring it to me like I asked you to?
I did, but I had it in my phone. I didn't transfer it to paper. I didn't have it.
Well, where's your phone?
It's right in my phone.
Okay, tell me, I want to know the 3 lawyers that you talked to that I asked you to do.
It was the guy. Defendant Jones. Technically, I talked to 2 of them.
Yeah, you're just mumbling.
But technically, I talked to 2 of the people at Defendant Jones.
You talked to 2 different lawyers there?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. One of the name was Matt Shanks. The other one.
You actually went and visited with them?
Mr. Shannon.
Okay.
Cause remember, I don't live out here, so I couldn't.
Well, obviously I don't remember. I
Oh,
do
I'm
this every
sorry,
week with
no, I
a
don't-
courtroom that's full of.
I
Okay,
don't
so you've talked on the phone with,
Yeah, and that's who I was mainly pretty much moving forward since I had talked to both of them. And
okay,
we had they were pretty much gave me basically a fair rate and stuff like that.
okay.
So
So when are you gonna get them hired?
I want to say hopefully soon. Before
What is
the
that? I
end
don't know what that means.
by the 31st.
Okay, I'm
July.
gonna reset your case one more time. You need to get someone hired before that next court date. If it's not gonna work out with them or one of those people at Dunham and Jones, then you need to talk to at least 3 others and you need to have those names ready on who you actually spoke with when you come back, okay? Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Robert Wayne Simon. Good morning. You're Robert Simon. So, Mr. Simon, you've been here before on 2 cases and you've been indicted now on a new offense. Well, it's a new indictment, but it's an old offense. So that is cause number 26 DCCR 0720. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of possession of a controlled substance from August of 2024. So where are you on being able to get someone hired on your cases?
This is what I've got. Your Honor, I have tried my best. Hire an attorney.
Okay.
Done whatever you asked me to do. I've done all of it. I have some present that for you now.
Who'd you talk
Trying
to?
to hire Ralph Kimbler
Uh-huh.
as of now. It's the money situation. I'm trying to pay the bond, the bills, and him at the same time.
Are you
And-
working?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because you've got that new indictment, I'll give you one more reset. I'll also allow you, if you want to fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court appointed. I mean, it depends on what your income is, but I'll take a look at it if you want to do that.
I do. Problem is, I'm waiting on my wife to show up and get her to fill it out. I'm really dyslexic. I can't see things.
Is she on her way?
Yes, I saw
Okay.
things backwards. So if I can't get her to fill it out for me. As soon as
Okay.
she gets here.
Well, if she's on, I'm gonna have you get the paperwork from the clerk and then y'all need to fill it out accurately and completely. You're gonna swear under oath that it's all true and correct. So make sure you don't leave everything, things blank, but if it doesn't apply and things like that, and then I'll take a look at it. All right?
Okay.
Step in front of the clerk on the end.
Ooh, let's try this.
Jasmine Jaquette. Good morning, ma'am. You're Jasmine Jaquette?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Jaquette, were you able to get someone hired?
So I have a couple of people I was already working on this homes. I reached out to this Lewis and this Lloyd Perezzo, but I just have some stuff going on right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and get the court appointed so that I can get stuff moving, but I don't know how long it'll take.
Are you working?
Yes, ma'am, I'm working now.
Okay, well, you don't get to just get a court appointed. That's the whole point, is that if you're working, I expect you to try to hire someone. Where are you working?
At the Port of Bowman. So it's like a temp, it's like when they have work, then I work, I get picked, but it's not like every day.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. You need to fill it out accurately and completely because you're gonna swear under oath that it's all true and correct, and then I'll take a look at it. Step in front of the clerk on the end, she'll give you that paperwork.